Alright, so today we're going to be doing an install video. We will be installing some running boards from EVBase. As you can see, these are the running boards. Instructions and installation looks fairly simple. One good thing that they do is they label everything. So if you look here, they label each one of these brackets with a L1, L2, L3, L4, and you just go in that order on the left side. And then there's a R1, R2, R3, R4 for the right side. So let's go ahead and get these brackets installed, and then we can put the running boards on, and then we can kind of take a look at how it looks on the Cybertruck. Some people may say, why do you need running boards? Well, when you go off-roading and you're in extract mode, I'm 6'2", and the height of the Cybertruck is fairly high to where trying to get in is a little more difficult. And just having that extra maybe 3-4 inches is going to really help to allow you to get inside the Cybertruck when it's in extract mode. One thing I do recommend is using some type of drill and putting a bit on it so that way you can get through this process a lot quicker. You would need a 10mm and a 13mm in order for you to handle the different size bolts. And then another thing I would recommend is raising the truck up into extract mode, so that way you have more space and it's a lot easier to get underneath the truck and maneuver. So let's go ahead and put it in extract mode, and then we'll start the installation process. So as you can see, now I have a lot more space. I'm able to get my drill underneath here. I'm going to have a lot more room to work with, and makes this whole process go a lot quicker and a lot easier. First things first is we got to get these brackets on. Alright, so one thing I want to point out is the L is on the driver's side and L1 is in the rear. So on the driver's side rear door, it's going to be the first bracket that goes on closest to the rear tire. So as you can see there, it lines up. We need to remove this bolt, so let's go ahead and do that. And they provide a socket, but like I said, if you want to make this process easier and quicker, you're going to go ahead and use a drill. Now, they give you this bolt, which I need to get a washer for. So this bolt is going to go in here, and then this washer, or I mean this spacer, is going to go in here as well. And then the bracket's gonna go in between. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so here's your setup. So you have the long bolt, you have the washer on there. Make sure it's the larger washer. It's gonna go through the bracket. Then you're gonna put the spacer. We're gonna go ahead and hand tighten this into this spot just to kind of get it in place. Then what we're gonna do is get the 13mm bolt, get the washer that fits that, which is the smaller washer. We're going to go ahead and hand tighten this as well, and then we're going to go ahead and use the drill to tighten them up. I'm not going to fully tighten it until I get both of them fairly tight. Okay, so as you can see, now I'm going to go ahead and get them torqued up. Just like that. And there you go. So that's one bracket. Now we're going to go ahead and do L2, L3, L4. I just want to emphasize that. So as you can see, this is the driver's side passenger door, and this is where L1 goes. So it's going to be L1, L2, L3, L4. L4 is going to be towards the front of the vehicle. So I just want to make that a point because it was a little confusing at first, but I was able to figure it out, and so I want to go ahead and let you guys all know so you don't run into the same issue that I ran into. Okay, so I want to show real quick just the setup. I was wrong on the first bolt that we did on L1. There's a lock washer that you need to use. So what I'm doing is getting the long bolt, putting the lock washer, then grabbing the large washer and then we'll put it through the bracket, put the spacer, and then go ahead and do it that way. Okay, so we have the brackets on the truck. Now, in order to get these running boards on here, the way it works is, so here's the piece that's going to slide in here, like so. And then we're going to line it up, just like this, on each one of them. And then from underneath, we're going to use these washers, lock washers, and nuts to secure them. I think the easiest thing is to get the running board on here. There we go. Just like so. And then come up underneath. That bracket's in. That bracket's in.
Looks way better.
Once these little brackets are in place, what we're going to do is we're going to put a washer, like so. Then we're going to put the lock washer, and then the nut. And so that will be how it looks from underneath, and then we'll tighten it up. Alright, so we have the EVBase running boards installed. As you can see, the truck is in extract mode, so it's at the highest setting, which is really where you're going to be utilizing these running boards a lot more than any other ride height settings. But overall, I really like the way it looks on the truck, especially with my wrap. And once I'm done, you know, with everything that I'm going to do to this truck, the weight capacity on these is 550 pounds. It took me probably, what, an hour to install, I would say. I think a lot of that time was spent trying to figure out where the brackets went, and you know, like I said earlier in the video, show you the configuration of where the L1 is in the rear of the truck, and then the number 4 is going to be in the front. So once you have that figured out, it's a lot easier. And another tip that I gave was use a drill or torque wrench. That's going to make things go a lot faster and smoother as well. Just one thing to know is don't torque it too much, because you can break a bolt, which I did. I broke one of the bolts. But once again, I really like the way they look. If this is something that you guys want, I'm going to go ahead and leave a link in the description below, as well as a coupon code. You guys can go ahead and complete the look of your Cybertruck as well. So thank you guys.